is up, Spikes? Welcome to the intro to a new Goliath Gauntlet.
So exciting.
I'm actually incredibly excited. So you know how our thing was that we would have a Goliath Gauntlet and it would be with a card that was banned or a hero that was banned. Mm-hmm. This time, that's not the case for any of the decks that we're going to see. Knock on wood. Things could be banned, but as of right now, nothing is banned that we're going to be playing. But the deck that I am bringing to the table, I am the one going through the gauntlet this time.
I can't remember the last time you actually went through the gauntlet.
I don't think I
know you have.
I think it was, or maybe the Lexi one. Did I play Lexi?
I think it was the Lexi.
I think that was maybe our very first one. Yeah. So this is the second time. Yeah. This deck is much worse than Lexi, but I'm really excited for it because this is a brew of my own that I really want to tune and make good. This is Aggro Prism, and I'm very excited to show her off today. So the main idea of this deck is to leverage just how strong the built-in Go Again from Luminaris is if you have a yellow pitch. So I have a bunch of yellow pitch cards, and I'm also playing 4 copies, 2 red and 2 yellow, of each Veiled Intentions and Transmogrify to make my next attack Illusionist and buff it and give it some other type of effect. And using that alongside just small zero-cost attacks that normally shouldn't have Go Again or high attack, and just trying to have fun with that. But as I said, I am playing Luminaris because the Go Again is just incredibly strong, and I want to showcase that. I am playing the adult version of Prism, which means I start at 40 health.
I know, I can't beat that.
No, this is still Blitz. I'm just playing this one because it's the cold foil one, and I am who I am. But I will be starting at 20 life. I'm also playing Crown of Providence, just because this deck does need to defend and sort of sculpt its hands sometimes, because it is relying on 1 or 2 key pieces that I need to find sooner rather than later. I'm also playing Spring Tunic, just in case I need an extra resource at some point, the some point being at least 3 turns in the future. I'm also playing Quelling Sleeves. Unfortunately for this deck, there aren't many great glove options. If this was a slightly different matchup, I might be playing Dreamweavers, because I'm planning on giving most of my things Phantasm. But against this matchup, it doesn't really matter, because all the stuff you're playing is Illusionist and doesn't trigger Phantasm. Kind of crazy. And then also I'm playing Phantasmal Footsteps, because I'm making all my things have Phantasm, and it just kind of works. Anyway, who is the first competitor to be brought to the gauntlet today?
The first competitor is a new competitor. Well, I mean, not the time, when you see this, it's going to be kind of old, but for us, it's new and exciting. Yar, there be dragons. I am playing Dromai, and I am going to be playing the only way you can really play Dromai. I don't have a fancy aggro extra plan. I'm just gonna summon dragons, and I'm really excited. It's my first time playing Dromai, so I think we're about on even playing fields, but
probably.
It's a really cool hero from Uprising. I'm gonna pitch reds to make ashes, and then I'm gonna turn ashes into big dragons, and I'm gonna attack with those dragons.
Ashes be dragons.
Yeah, ashes to ashes, dragons to face. And for our matchup, because Bill is being an aggressive Prism today, I am playing Arcanite Skullcap, so when I start losing, well, I already am. It's at 40 life. I'm also playing Deep Blue. I think chess piece, you kind of have a little bit of flexibility. Because you're playing so many reds, being able to just kind of bottom a random yellow or another blue or something, or a red to get more resources, kind of few to turn, because some of the dragons are expensive.
Yeah.
Silken Form, as the Illusionist wraps, you can destroy it to transform something into an Ashling, just kind of push out some extra damage, and it also has Quell, so it does defend a little bit, as well as the Silent Stilettos, which have Arcane Barrier, which is nice to have, but not necessarily in this matchup. And also, if your opponent pops one of your Phantasms, you can pay 3 to not make it the end of your turn. But as Bill pointed out, we're both playing Illusionists, so I don't know if that's going to happen.
I will let you peek behind the curtain. I did make some of the decks. In fact, I'd say most of the decks that are going to be showcased here. And the Silken, or the Silent Stilettos should maybe just also be Phantasmal Footsteps.
Yes.
But I don't think really it's going to come into play.
I didn't bring my Phantasmal Footsteps.
Yeah, so that's really your fault, not mine.
Yes, exactly.
So anyway, so Jan did win the die roll, and you have decided to go first.
I have elected to go first.
Well, then giddy up.
Well, all right. Are you ready, Bill, for the onslaught of dragons?
No.
I am going to attack you with my Ember Maw Senpai by pitching this. It's a blue Ember Moss Senpai, and I'm pitching a blue Billowing Mirage and a red Invoke Necria. And I'll have 2 resources floating, and I'm definitely not just doing that to show off these fancy new resource tokens that you can get if you become a patron. Let's check out our Patreon.
That's a plug.
And also, I'll trigger Dromai because I pitched a red card.
Yes.
Now let's make an Ash.
And so, just for the people at home, Jan is allowed to do this because he's allowed to sequence by pitching the Invoke Necria first, and then he still doesn't have enough resources to pay for it, and then he can pitch the blue afterward. Even though he's overpaying by quite a bit, you can do that
as long as you do it in the right way.
Yeah, specifically with Flesh and Blood, the way that it is. Okay, so anyway.
Coming in for 6.
Yeah, I'm being attacked. I will be defending for 6 with this blue Illuminate and this red Wartune Herald.
All right.
I do not want to take damage.
That sounds fair. Neither of these have 6, so it doesn't pop Phantasm.
Correct.
It wouldn't if it could.
Yeah.
And since this wasn't destroyed, I will not make an additional Ash. I am going to Arsenal the last card of my hand and pass my turn.
Very good. At the start of my turn, I'm going to trigger my Spring Tunic. And we are going to probably just play out this Art of War.
Ugh.
And to play that, I'm going to pitch this Wartune Herald with 1 resource floating. And I'm going to be banishing an attack action, which is going to be the Snatch, to draw 2 cards. And I'm going to give my attack actions +1/+1 this turn.
Okay. It's a shame it doesn't have Go again. It's an instant. I know what's going on.
I'm going to be following that up with this Veiled Intentions using my floating resource. So the next attack action card that I play this turn is Illusionist. In addition to its other card types, gains +4 Phantasm, and when it's destroyed, I draw a card. Then with no resources floating, I'm going to attack you with this Illuminate. It has +1 from Art of War and +4 from Veiled Intentions. So it is coming in for 8 with Go again.
I will elect not to block.
Okay.
Do you have any attack reactions?
I do not.
I have a defense reaction.
Wow.
I'm going to play this yellow Sink Below.
Crazy.
And I will elect to bottom this card.
So you are
draw
sinking.
a card. I am sinking. Below all of this nonsense.
Very good.
Draw that card.
Do you have any further defense reactions?
I do not.
Okay, so you will take 5.
I'll take 5.
Very good. I will be moving to the end of my turn, placing the last card in my hand into Arsenal, and passing the turn over to you.
All right. Well, let's get a little kooky because I am playing the dragon deck.
Do it.
I would like to pitch this red Sweeping Blow to play in Invoke Yendurai. Because I've pitched a red card, I will make another Ash token. But because I'm not 100% sure on timing, I'm not going to use this one to transform. I'm going to transform the Ash token I already had.
That's correct, because when you play it, you have to have already targeted the Ash.
So I'll have a Yendurai. Because I have played a red card this turn, my dragons will have Go again.
Correct.
I will then invoke Kyloria by pitching this red Skittering Sands.
Goodness
so I will get
gracious.
another Ash, targeting this Ash that I already had. Because I know how to sequence my turns. I will have 2 dragons.
2 dragons.
And then I would like to move to attacking you with Yendurai for 3. Oh, it does have an endurance counter on it.
It does. So. That's fine. I'll take 3.
And then, because my dragons have Go again, I will attack you with Kyloria for 4.
Interesting. Do I care about that? I will block with my Crown of Providence. And I'll choose to use its effect to put this card on my arsenal onto the bottom of my deck and then draw a card. But I will be declaring no further blocks, so I will take 2
damage.
Yeah.
And because you are not playing a class that has items, I will draw a card after...
Incorrect. Every class has items. Thanks, Everfest.
I take it back. Since you have no items in play,
there we go.
I will draw this card. All right. Then, I believe, having attacked with my dragons, I will simply arsenal this card and pass.
Very good. I will be ticking up my tunic. Jan, I'm about to rule shark you out of existence.
Oh, good.
Which is kind of like what this deck is made to do. But I'm going to start off my turn, just really casually. I'm going to attack with Herald of Erudition, pitching this Veiled Intentions. I have no resources floating. This has Go again from Luminaris. I will be attacking Kyloria.
Okay.
And when Herald of Erudition hits, I put it into my soul and draw 2 cards.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, not hits a hero.
Just hits.
Yes. So if it is able to deal damage to your Kyloria, I will be drawing 2 cards.
And you're telling me I can't block.
Correct.
That is unfortunate. Well, there's nothing I can do about that, so that will happen.
Well, you know what they say, mahalo. So I will draw 2 cards. I'm so good at this game. After that, I will be playing this Transmogrify, and to play that I'm going to pitch this Miraging Metamorph with none floating. So the next attack action card that I play this turn is Illusionist, has base attack 8, and gains Phantasm. Then I will be following that up with this Overload. Costs 0. It is Illusionist, and I have a yellow in my pitch zone, so it already has Go Again, and it has Dominate.
Okay, and it's for 8?
For 8.
And you have nothing floating and 2 cards in hand.
Yes.
Are you attacking me or are you attacking...
I am attacking your face, Daniel.
I needed that face.
It's too bad.
I'll take 8. Going to 7.
Very aggressive. Okay, so you have taken 8. This hit, so it gains Go Again.
Okay.
Go again.
Yeah, which loops around and now it's my turn.
Oh, yeah, I think that's how that works. Unfortunately for you, I do have a follow-up.
That's fine. I expected you to have a follow-up.
I'm going to play this Fractal Replication.
For 8 a second time?
For 8 Dominate a second time. Yes. With Go Again as well. Because
Go
it's
Again.
Actually, yes, because it is an Illusionist attack. Yes.
Well, I'm dead to a second one of these no matter what, so I'm just going to block for 3 and go take 5 and...
For 3?
Is it 3 or 2?
For 2?
For 2. Go to 1.
Okay. Well, Jan, I'm going to Arsenal this last card.
Sounds good.
And I'll be passing the turn over to you.
Well, to start my turn, I'm going to reorient this Ash token because it was bothering me because you're stupid fractal nonsense. Yes, but I will start. I'm going to pitch this blue Passing Mirage to attack you with Yellow Sweeping Blow for 2. When I attack with Sweeping Blow, make an Ash.
And I attack with Yellow.
And Go Again. Specifically Yellow. For 2 with Go Again.
I accept these terms.
Okay,
I will just
perfect.
take 2 damage.
And I believe I have 2 resources floating.
You do.
Then I will spend 1 resource to play this red Rake the Embers, breaking the combat chain. So I will create an Ash token. Then I will transform up to 3 Ash tokens into Aether Ashlings, Ash Wings, and I have Go Again. So I'm hoping these are all Aesher
That is how they work. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So these, I have all this Arcane Barrier now.
Oh no! Pitch zone. You played that
because I've played a red card this turn. My allies, Draconic allies, dragons.
Yeah,
my dragons.
Dragon
have Go Again. So I will attack you with Yendurai for 3.
Yendurai. I am going to move to reactions.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna play the Sink Below.
So if you Steelblade shunt me, I'm gonna walk away.
That'd be sick. So yeah, I'm gonna Sink Below. I'm sinking. But I'm gonna do that and then draw a card. That's the same card.
Same deviled egg.
Yes. So I have blocked. Blocked.
You blocked. Yeah. Sorry, I was like, I'm gonna move this.
Yeah.
Then I will attack you once each with my 3 Ash Wings.
I have no responses to any of the 3 of them.
You got it.
1, 2, 3.
Then I will pitch this blue Billowing Mirage to attack you for 8 with this Ember Maw Senpai.
The Senpai. I'm going to once again move to reactions.
Sounds good.
I'm going to Sink Below yet again and bottom this card and draw.
Okay.
And then I will be taking
4 damage. Okay. Perfect. And at that point, I have no cards in my hand, and I will end my turn.
Okay. Well, I'd like to start things off. I'm going to tick up my Spring Tunic, and I'm just going to launch a large attack at your face. This Wartune Herald for 7. It does not have Go Again, but it is for 7.
It is for 7.
It is for 7.
Are you attacking me or the Ash?
I'm attacking you. Very much.
All right. Well, I'm going to block 6 and 7 because I'm still losing.
You are. That's true. Yes, that's fine. Then I will just put this card into my arsenal and pass the turn over to you.
All right, we are going to attack you with my Dunebreaker Senpai, pitching Invoke Asvolai. I'm never going to learn these names.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Another Ash token, so I'm coming in for 5 with Go Again.
Okay. I'm going to be blocking with this Enlightened Strike and my Phantasmal Footsteps. Trigger the Phantasmal Footsteps. Mm-hmm. I will be paying for its effect with this blue Illuminate.
Okay.
So I'll have 2 resources floating, and I'll be blocking for a total of 4.
4? All right. Sounds acceptable. Mm-hmm. I have no more reactions.
I'll take 1.
Following up, because I have Go Again. Mm-hmm. Yandurai is coming on in for 3. Wants to say hi.
For 3, I will take the 3 damage.
Okay.
And go to 2.
Aether Ashwing.
I would like to pay into Quell and prevent the next 1 damage.
Aether Ashwing.
I would like to do it a second time.
Does it?
It is as many times as I want until the end of the turn, at which point it blows up.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. It's actually pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. Aether Ashwing.
I will take the 1 damage and go to 1.
You have 2 cards in hand and 1 in arsenal.
I do.
All right, with that, I think I am done attacking with my dragons.
Okay.
And I will sort of like clean up everything here, and I will just draw back up.
Okay. That was a scary turn of events, for sure. But I will be cashing in my Tunic resource here to play this Transmogrify. To give my next attack action card that I play this turn the Illusionist tag, 7 base attack, and Phantasm. And I would like to then attack you with this Overload for 7. If it hits, it gains Go Again. And it has Dominate. And if it hits, some other things happen.
Well, unfortunately, the sink below is only 4, and I can only pay 1 into Silken Form for the Quell. So that's 5, which is 2 damage, which is 1 more life than I have, unfortunately. Because Deep Blue doesn't block for anything.
Nope.
Stupid Deep Blue.
But it's real pretty.
It is very, very pretty.
Yeah. So yeah, I will admit 2 things. 1 is that this the penultimate turn, your last turn, I definitely mind gamed you.
It's true. Yeah, it was very true.
I was really milking it for everything that I could. Yeah. And also some of the things that I drew into were kind of gross. Like I was able to draw into Veil Intentions and Illuminate, and then transmog into Overload into another transmog into another Overload. I did get lucky.
I truly believe the linchpin to that was the dumb interaction with the Herald of Erudition.
Just like freely just a free
yeah, draw 5 or draw 2, like Go Again. Yeah. So that was rough, but I mean, I don't know. I could have pushed and like tried to force in that last point of damage, but also that means that. If you had something like, so the hand I drew specifically in that last one was Invoke Dominia,
yeah.
Ravenous Rabble, Sink Below, and Invoke Dromai. So not having the Ash token actually probably wouldn't have let me kill you.
Oh, true, yeah.
Because I could, like, I have to block some amount no matter what you attack with. So there's the Sink Below. Like, I could have bottomed one of the Invokes to try to draw another card, which would have been not helpful. So all I'm really doing is just adding the Ravenous Rabble to the attack chain. Yeah.
Which, I mean, to be fair, would still be a pretty...
It would still be a lot.
Solid amount of damage, because then that would reveal the Burn Them All.
No, it would have... Yeah.
This one. Because you would have drawn into the blue, and then, yeah. So...
it's a little more sketchy as to whether I actually do, because you still also have this 1 card in your soul. You can block for 1. So there's like a lot of... variables where like it doesn't actually get me there.
There's a lot of very small decision points that just sort of added up over the game. But yeah, good game.
Yes.
I'm very glad that I got to show off the power of Overload, specifically yellow Overload.
Thought I was gonna win one for once.
I mean, that was pretty close.
No, I mean, like, I think the Dromai feels pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, just the consistent threats of having the established dragons.
Yeah.
Because even if I had switched to a mode where it's like, well, I have to full block everything, you don't have really the opportunity. Yeah, you don't have the opportunity to just like have an off turn because you already have the dragons in play, and you can at least attack with one of them.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the Prism Soul Shield strategy, but like easier to pull off. Like there's a little bit of setup with Prism. Like once you get going, it snowballs really quickly, but it feels like you killed one of my dragons, but even just fielding 5 dragons, like the 3 Ashwings and the 2 dragons themselves, was not actually that difficult and didn't require really many hoops to jump around that you didn't already want to kind of be doing.
Yeah, well, and like it presents a consistent threat, which is kind of the
even just the ones they're like Kodachis with arcane barrier.
Yeah, they're a Kodachi that's also an arcane lantern, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, anyway, so that will do it for game 1 of the Aggro Prism Gauntlet.
Okay, there's 4 more to go.
There's 4 more to go. I do not anticipate to have this type of showing again, but I guess you'll have to turn in next week to see. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.